Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the inception of CRPC, that is the historical background of CRPC. Now, among the branches of public law, we know that criminal law is of great importance as it aids the state in the administration. It also tries and helps us in providing the right justice and social security to everyone. Now, in order to come to this, we have to understand how it is divided, how this law is divided. It can be divided into substantive law and procedural law. The first one provides for the definitions of the various offenses and prescribes punishments for them. One of these is the Indian Penal Code 1860, which we did in our first semester. Then we have the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. Then we have the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, the Essential Commodities Act of 1955. While the procedural law provides a mechanism for the enforcement of the criminal law, the present subject is the procedural law of crimes. Now, to understand the background for this, it's very important that we go back in history. During the time of the Britishers, what happened was they used the blanket Mohammedan law to punish both the Hindus and Muslims. And this, in many ways, was not the right way because there was a lack of evidence, the practices followed were different. And to correct these measures is when the Indian Penal Code 1860 came into place. Then eventually we see that the CPC 1882 and then 1898 came into place. Now, what was the recommendation provided at the time of the 1898 amendment is something that we will look into. The CRPC Act that we look at is the 1973 one, uh, which was fixed in 1974 to be used. So there are a lot of amendments which happened to the CRPC laws, even as latest as recently. So it's very important that we go through the amendments as well. Now let's go back to the Law Commission's recommendation as early as 1898. So what was their recommendation? According to them, an accused should be given a fair trial. It is very important that till he is established as a criminal, it is very important that we give him all the rights to prove if he is not in the wrong to get justice for the same. Now, the second one is every effort should be made to ensure that there is a speedy process to obtain justice or to punish the criminal. The reason being, when the crime is punished, the people in the society would fear that, and there would be law and order or justice prevailing in the society. This was the idea. The third one being the procedure should not be complicated enough. I mean, it should not be complicated. Even a layperson should be able to understand what happened and how the justice or the punishment was meted out. So I would like to end my conversation with this, but like I always maintain, since this is from a student perspective, please go back and check your textbooks to get a better understanding. Thank you very much for listening to me. This is Bindu Zachariah George. Thank you.